tiny post office have the weirdest hours, but often the nicest people. So I'm a little tiny bit ahead of schedule and showed up to Glendale Springs yesterday on Sunday and could not pick up my resupply package at the tiny post office because they were closed. So that's my fault. You know, Sunday I should have known. Luckily, just like a block away up here, there's a place called the New River Inn, I think. It's a little motel and it's right beside the trail. Caters to hikers. Even questioned why I would send a package to the post office. He said he would gladly have accepted hiker packages, so note that. Anyway, it's literally like a stone's throw from the trail, so I saw that. Knew there was some impending rain, which is just drizzling right now. But Monday, the post office didn't open until noon. So the guy at the hotel was nice enough to let me have a late checkout right at noon when I picked my package up. And there's a little bit of rain and drizzle overnight that I got to miss out on. So still get some miles done today, but had to sacrifice half a day to waiting around. But the lady in there was really nice, and she made me a little care package of like chocolates and snacks when she saw that my package said hold for thru hikers. So shout out to her. I didn't catch her name, but thank you, woman in the post office. Yeah, I don't know how many miles we're gonna make today, starting at 1 o'clock here, but we're gonna get done what we can, and we're gonna wish this rain stays just like this or less, right? Hell yeah. All right, Dan. So behind me is the Northwest Trading Post. It's kind of a gift shop, fudge shop, touristy kind of place, but they do have a decent resupply in there for hiking food, and there's also a bunch of hiking gear. Think like the Walmart aisle of camping gear. So nice to have if you need it. The trail actually goes right behind this building and then down the street to go by that New River Inn and then up this street. So I guess it skips a little bit of the parkway here on a gravel road for like a 1/16 of a mile. I feel like it's really just a wave that motel in your face if it's raining or about to rain and get you to check in. But I didn't need anything at that store, but it's nice that it's there. It's perfect hiking weather. A little humid, obviously, but just cool enough to kind of constantly let your body be dumping heat and evaporating sweat and moisture before it really becomes sweat. Yeah, I'll take it. Now it's been spattering rain every now and then, but not enough to suit up, so may be able to push a good pace after all and get something done today. I can hear what you're thinking. When you're hiking down the road and you see the pink pig on the mailbox, you know that turn down that street back there will lead you to one of your first Trail Angel experiences. You gotta stop and see if anybody's home. So today it's obviously a little early and I'm in a good place, so I wasn't planning on stopping over too long, but I wanted to go see Tom and Teresa, who helped me out. It was kind of an aha experience. I mean, this whole week in 2012 was from the Cone Manor, where I got picked up by a trail angel and brought to Boone for a night on a couch, to the next day when I slept with Josh and Maisie at their house and their children, and they cooked me dinner and stayed up all night telling stories, to what would have been the third stop in a row in 2012, staying with Tom and Teresa up there. So 3 nights in a row, trail angel magic in people's homes, 2 out of 3 of which I'd never met before. And the love that went into taking care of me and providing for me, and cooking meals, and just kind of spiritual-esque connections between histories and interests with people, is really a week that changed my perception of what a thru hike was. In 2012, I was trying to just kind of go out there and be solo and find myself, and I did find myself in a way, but it wasn't through I found part of myself, but it wasn't through being solo in the woods. It was through connecting with people on the trail, especially trail angels like these. So anyway, like I said, couldn't stop long, but I went down the road, knocked on the door to see if Tom and Teresa were home, and unfortunately Tom passed away a couple years ago, but Teresa still lives there. She wasn't home, she was visiting a friend, but her daughter, who I'd heard about 9 years ago when staying with Tom and Teresa, she was off on her own at that time, and I'd heard about her, but she lives there now with her partner, and she was so nice and sweet and told me all about what's been going on. Teresa still does the trail angel thing, just hosted some Boy Scouts the other week, and the daughter and the partner are cultivating even more the land. Teresa already had a great setup there with bees and vegetables and stocked pond, etc. But now the kids are putting in a couple more plots. How's it going? Just met another long ass section hiker, Jen. She's doing all of segment 5, going westbound. I hate recording people as I come up on them because it kind of would freak me out. So anyway, caught up with her. I got a picture. I'll slap it up here right now. Nice to meet you, Jen. Anyway, back to Teresa and her daughter and stuff. The daughter and the son are putting in big new plots and a greenhouse, and having a good success so far, selling their produce and stuff at the local farmers market. And Teresa has a badass off-grid setup in the back. So happy for her that they're using the land in such a good way, and she's had good experiences helping hikers enough to keep doing it 9 years later. So yeah, warmed my heart to meet the daughter and all that. Good day. It's about 4 p.m. Fog is finally clearing. Felt great all day. Knock on wood. The sky never did open up. Knock on wood. I just came off trail here near Laurel Springs, and was hoping to grab some food up at Freeborn's and the other motel bar that's up the way, but things seem to be closed. Not quite here during the big season. So made it on those spots are just up the road there, and I made it on just a couple 100 yards more to Wild Woody's, which is an antique store, record store, bar, campground, and you can sleep in antique trailers and campers or put your tent up. All kinds of crazy stuff around here, and a couple of cheap beers. So just had to stop over here and see what it was all about. And let's walk inside and I'll show you how it looks in there. It's eclectic for sure. Big old outdoor bar here, all kinds of knickknacks. Hey, great people hanging out. And every inch of this place is covered and everything is for sale. A quote from the owner. All kinds of characters, costumes, knickknacks, and almost everything has a price tag on it, and it's not price tagged. You could probably ask to see how much it would go for, or if you got something to trade, you might find yourself in luck. But there's stuff on every square inch. Stimulate your visual fantasy, and yeah. I hadn't even been back here yet. Here's all the records. Oh yeah, and there's a whole nother spot up across the street with mainly the records.
Horse traders for sale. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can look up there.
Oh, bassinets, carriages, carts. Oh wow, everything's one of a kind. Look at that.
And of course, $10 more across the street.
Can you imagine pushing your baby around in a stroller like that? That was like what was going on back in the day. Look at all this stuff. Box of candles, dolls, records, and I haven't been across the street yet to see, but apparently more and more records. Pinhead from Hellraiser. This is amazing. Look at all these old movie posters. Plastered to big ass wooden panels. These are the real deal. This isn't any rolled up paper nonsense. Plenty of friends here at the bar. This is incredible. Covered in mirrors. If it's not a picture, it's a mirror. Taxidermy, vintage instruments, and a cooler full of refreshments, snacks. Sometimes there's hot dogs. There's a little kitchen back there. Saturday barbecue. It just depends on when you show up, what you'll get, but there's always something to be found here at Wild Woody's. Awesome place. And just to give you all a peek of the vintage campers. Some of these are permanent. Some are for sale. Man, I kind of want to stay. I'm going to try to get some extra miles done though. She said $35 a night for the weeknight stay in the trailer. It's got power and access to shower, house, the bathhouse. $45 on the weekends. That's a great freaking deal, but I'm going to try to get a few more miles done. I heard Wyatt and Tessa passed me in the night, I guess yesterday or this morning or sometime when I was posting up. So now I got them to catch up to. That's a good motivation. We'll see how long it takes. The thick boy. You're a burly goat. You are a burly goat, man. Wouldn't mess with you. Punk rock goat right there. It's a beautiful place. Hi guys. Hi good boys. Wow. This is nice. Hey y'all, end of the day, getting to the end of the day, day 15 at Basin Cove overlook, and this is another really special spot from 2012. I was walking up here after grabbing a beer and a bite to eat down at Freeborn's and back in the 9 years ago, and I came up the path, and standing right here was my friend Larry Gongaware, and he was a photographer and a music lover and a great hugger and a friend to all. And there he was taking pictures of the overlook, and I said, Larry, is that you? And it was, and we got pictures together, and he took my picture as I was leaving, walking down this path, and enlarged it and framed it and called Sam's Adventure and gave it to me, matted out and everything when he got back. And Larry is not with us anymore. We lost him a couple years ago, but running into him here started to open my eyes to serendipity on the trail. The trail angels helping me out had opened my eyes to being gracious and being open and helping. And then when I ran into Larry here out of nowhere, I mean, of all the places and all the people, then serendipity became a theme for me to think on, and things like that kept happening where things or times or people would just work out. And that's kind of the whole trail provides kind of mentality, and it always seems to be true. And I sure do miss Larry, man. We miss you, bud. It's getting really late and even foggier. Pretty spooky out here. 8:30 p.m. or something. Not quite dark yet. But it's getting really quiet. And it's hard to see the trail.